last prediction of the West, we have the Vegas Golden Knights and the San Jose Sharks. This is a rematch of round 2 from last year's Stanley Cup playoffs. Will the story change? Find out now. San Jose Sharks 46-27-9 over the 101 points, second in the Pacific, against the Vegas Golden Knights, who are 43-32-7 with 93 points. The Golden Knights had a great year last year, dominating the West, but this year, not so much. More of a competitive aspect to this series. The Vegas Golden Knights came as the underdog last year, and they defied all odds to have a Stanley Cup final appearance since the Caps. But do they make it past the first round this time? Let's look at the offense, defense, and goaltending. The San Jose Sharks have Meyer, Couture, Pavelski, Kane, Hurdle, and Nyquist. There's a little sad story involved here. Evander Kane, a little bit of a sad story. Unfortunately, his baby passed away, so obviously some sadness there in the San Jose Sharks, but he's recovered and had a decent year. Timo Meier, great year. Couture, Pavelski, Hurdle, and Nyquist. Nyquist, a pretty good accusation from the Red Wings. The Golden Knights are Marchessault, Carlson, Smith, Pacioretty, Stastny, and Mark Stone. The Golden Knights really started slow this year, and as the season went on, they got better. By the trade deadline, when they got Mark Stone from Ottawa, really changed things. First, Pacioretty already kind of changed things for the Golden Knights team, but with Pacioretty and Stone, it really pushed them into the playoffs this year. Because Carlson, he didn't get 40-plus goals this year like he did last year, even though he still had a pretty good year. Well, if I were to look at the paper from last year, I would give the edge to the Sharks for offense, but this time, I think I'd have to call it a toss-up for the offense. It's more close than last year, even though I might give a slight edge to Vegas. You never know. Now for defense, we have Brent Burns, Erik Karlsson, Martin Vlasic, and Heed. For the Golden Knights, we have Schmidt, Englund, Theodore, Holden/Miller. The Sharks definitively have a very good defensive core. Erik Karlsson kind of underperformed this year. Still, he could find some consistency. That would be nice for the Sharks. Hopefully he performs well in the playoffs, because the Senators, they never really saw much playoff runs. And Karlsson, though he's experienced, might not have that much experience in the playoffs to really be able to compete. But he is a very renowned defenseman in the NHL. I give the edge to defensemen to the Sharks. Now, here's where it kind of gets interesting. The goaltending. You see Martin Jones' record, 36-19-5. You'd probably think, well, what a great year he had. But when you look at the two numbers sitting beside the record, 2.94 goals against average and 896 save percentage, you kind of scratch your head thinking, how does this guy have 36 wins of that those kind of numbers? Well, obviously the Sharks can score goals, and Jones definitely a pretty inconsistent goaltender this year, but the Sharks just score a lot of goals to make up for it. We'll see if he can step up to the plate in the playoffs. Frankly, he has to if they want to beat the surging offense juggernaut like the Golden Knights. Aaron Dell, nothing really significant to say. He's not going to start probably in round 1. He's 10-8-4, 3.17 goals, and averaging 886 save percentage. I don't see him starting in round 1. The Golden Knights have Marc-Andre Fleury, one of the top performers in the playoffs last year. Let's see if we get a repeat performance in round number 1. 35, 21, and 5, 2.51 and a 913 save percentage. Malcolm Subban 8, 10, and 2, 2.93, 902 save percentage. The Golden Knights clearly have the edge in net, so the edge is clearly given to the Golden Knights. Special teams, the Sharks excel in the power play. Penalty kill, 81.1%, pretty decent as well. Golden Knights, 17% power play. You'd figure they would have more, but I guess not. Same story with Nashville, but the Golden Knights are a little bit more average on the power play. 80.6 penalty kill, not bad. The season series was 2 games apiece, though the Golden Knights seemed to blow the Sharks out of the water in the 2 games in which they won. That's why they have outscored the Sharks 18-10 in their 4 games this season. This morning, my prediction that you heard was the Golden Knights would have a repeat performance and win in 6 games. I will stand by that. The Sharks have a pretty good team on paper. Remember, hockey's played on ice and not paper. Clearly, I think the goaltending will possibly prove to be the Sharks' downfall in the series. Though they have good offensive skills, I don't know if they can match the speed and the talent of the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights, even though they underachieved this year, the picking up of Mark Stone really changed their offensive core into something we would call a juggernaut. Goaltending needs to be consistent for the Sharks, while it has been for the Vegas Golden Knights pretty much the entire year. So Golden Knights in 6 games. I'm Vegas on the way, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be another close series. Again, not as close as Winnipeg and St. Louis, but still, the Sharks are going to hang in there and push this to at least 6 games. That's going to do it for my prediction and my playoff preview from the West. We'll come back with the predictions for the Eastern Conference tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching my Western Conference playoff previews. And Game 1 will be on Wednesday, April 10th at 7:30 p.m. Pacific in San Jose. See you guys later.